Okay, good morning, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for joining us this morning. We're going to be chatting about how graduates of select Ontario College diploma programs can further their education and earn Seneca's Honors Bachelor of Commerce Business Management degree. So just a little bit about our team. We are the Academic Pathways team, and we provide a number of services to help students continue their education at Seneca. So we do that by providing information about pathway options. We do one-on-one virtual advisement appointments with students that want to chat about those options. We often partner with a lot of departments across the college every semester to talk about what we do, let people know how they can reach us, how they can find information about pathways. And then, of course, we do larger pathway events like this one that we've been doing this week. Our institution offers a number of pathway opportunities into our own programs here at Seneca Polytechnic, as well as those at institutions beyond Seneca. We are the #1 college in transfer pathways, and we have a multitude of partner institutions in the GTA, in Canada, and internationally. So before I go over the agenda for today's session, I would just like to first introduce myself and our panelists taking part. My name is June, and I am the Inbound Academic Pathways Coordinator in the Academic Pathways Office at Seneca Polytechnic. And with us today, we also have Abdul Tariq, Program Coordinator of the BBM degree. So today we're going to talk a little bit about why you might want to consider a degree at Seneca Polytechnic. Abdul will provide some information about the BBM degree and why it might be right for you. Then we'll talk about the pathways into this degree program, and we'll touch on eligibility requirements and details about course exemptions. We're going to also speak about a scholarship opportunity that's available for degree students pursuing or who have completed a diploma program in a Canadian institution. And then finally, we'll talk a little bit about how you can apply for the pathway into BBM if you graduate from a qualifying program. So just a little bit about the Newnham campus, if you're not familiar with it. It is located at Finch Avenue and Highway 404 in Toronto, and this is where the Honors Bachelor of Commerce Business Management degree is offered. The campus has undergone several builds and enhancements over the last few years. One of the biggest ones is the Center for Innovation, Technology, and Entrepreneurship, otherwise known as SITE. There are about 274,000 square feet of space over 5 stories, bringing together state-of-the-art technology with classroom space. So if you aren't familiar with the campus, we've got a link on the slide here to our campus tours webpage. You can take a virtual tour of the Newnham campus, or if you prefer, you can also book an in-person tour with our recruitment team. So why should you consider a degree at Seneca Polytechnic? So first and foremost, we offer specialized programs. Our degrees are career focused and aligned with current jobs in the labor market. Our professors and instructors are industry professionals who work in the field, bringing current knowledge to the classroom. Our class sizes are much smaller if you compare them to a huge lecture hall at a university where you're sitting in that room with like 300 other students. So, the beauty of a smaller classroom is you have more access to your professors and they know who you are. They probably at least know your first name, and you're not just a face in a crowd and you're not just a number. All of our degree programs have at least one mandatory work integrated learning term that is required prior to graduation. And obviously, the importance of this is that you're getting work experience. You can add it to your resume. It makes you an attractive candidate once you graduate and you're out looking for that full-time career job. Finally, Seneca's honors bachelor degree graduates are eligible to apply to master's and graduate level studies, provided they meet all outlined admission requirements at the receiving institution. Our team hosts a master's and graduate studies expo every fall, where students have the opportunity to connect with institutions that offer master's and graduate level studies. So you can find out more about those programs, how you might be eligible, and then, of course, how you would apply. So now I'm going to turn it over to BBM Program Coordinator Abdul, who will tell us more about the degree program.
Thank you very much, June. The BBM degree provides students with a strong foundation in general management and prepares our graduates with the varied skill set required for the ever-changing needs of the business world. BBM provides students with in-depth theoretical and practical knowledge of business problem solving, communication, decision making, strategic planning, and leadership. Our graduates are contributing in various sectors of the Canadian economy. The common job designation pertaining to BBM degree graduates may include marketing manager, sales manager, financial analyst, project manager, business analyst, product manager, office manager, account manager, operation managers, etc. Next slide, please. During the program, a student must take part in a work experience that includes at least one term in a formal work environment. In most cases, the work term is a paid position that is completed between two academic semesters and requires a minimum of 420 hours of work. This provides our graduates a great opportunity to work in companies and get a real life experience that is a competitive edge in a job market. Depending on the situation and opportunities available, students may have the chance to take part in exchange program where they get an opportunity to take one semester abroad with one of our international partner institutions. The exchange program provides an opportunity to our students to travel and explore new cultures and new forms of teaching and learning. For example, in summer of 2019, our student went to South Korea and under the exchange program. I'm thrilled that BBM program is recognized by the Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Program, ACBSP, which is a prestigious accreditation body of business programs and schools. Graduating from the ACBSP accredited programs will provide another competitive edge to our graduates, not only in the job market, but also in pursuing postgraduate studies, for example, MBA or master degree programs in universities. Next slide. Many of our faculty members have international experience in higher education. Faculty members have taught in various parts of the world, including South Asia, Far East Asia, Gulf, North Africa, and of course, North America. For example, Professor Jamil Kazi has taught in Pakistan, South Korea, Japan, and Saudi Arabia. Similarly, Professor Puneet Luthra has taught in India and UAE. Our faculty is also engaged in a variety of exciting projects that involve community, industry, government, and students too. For example, Professor Shelley is overseeing a project with a furniture bank. The furniture bank is a furniture donation service that redistributes gently used furniture and housewares to individuals experiencing poverty. She will be helping the organization document their business processes in collaboration with the student team. The team will write business procedure in support of the furniture bank's efforts to share their customer relationship management platform with other furniture banks across the province. Similarly, Professor Verinder Gill is involved in an applied research project with Repair Cafe, Toronto, a volunteer-run organization that plans, coordinates, and carries out repair cafes across the GTA that allows community members to meet with skilled fixers to potentially repair items that would otherwise go to landfill. In the shadow of the growing right to repair movement and the related government consultation, this project addresses both the community building and waste reduction circular economy aspects of the repair cafes. These research projects will provide an opportunity for selected students get involved in applied research. Students are hired as research assistants. Professor Abdul Naveed Tariq, myself, is currently working on two applied research projects in collaboration with different community partners, including University of Toronto, Toronto Metropolitan University, towards sustainable urban and peri-urban agriculture for net zero food system. We have a growing network of BBM alumni who we invite to the classroom to share their experiences and provide advice to the current cohort of students. Alumni Meet is another great opportunity for our students to meet and interact with BBM graduates. Next slide, please. Chris is one of the great examples for students coming from diploma programs. Chris successfully completed his BBM degree and was a Seneca valedictorian in fall 2015, currently serving TDSP as a vice chair and also trustee for Ward 4. He was also a program advisory committee member in international business management program. I'm proud of Chris, who always believed in giving back to community.
Thank you so much. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the pathways that are available for this degree program. So this allows students to take their diploma studies further and complete the Honors Bachelor of Commerce Business Management degree faster. So there are about six programs, yes, who that are eligible to pathway into an upper level of the BBM degree. So to be eligible, you must have graduated from one of these programs from an Ontario college with a minimum GPA of 70% or a 3.0. So on this slide, you'll see 4 of the eligible programs that are listed. So graduates of a 2-year business, a 2-year business international business, and a 3-year business administration international business diploma program are eligible to be admitted to semester 5 of the business management degree, and eligible graduates of a 3-year business admin diploma will be placed in semester 6 of BBM. So also on this slide, you'll see the number of credits awarded based on your incoming diploma, the available term of entry, the number of courses remaining to complete, as well as the number of semesters it will take to complete those courses. So if you're a business international business grad, you'll be required to complete 20 courses over 4 academic semesters. If you're a 2-year business diploma graduate, you'd be required to complete 18 courses over 4 academic semesters. Graduates of a 3-year business admin international business advanced diploma will be required to complete 16 courses over 4 academic semesters. And then 3-year business admin graduates will be required to complete 14 courses over 4 academic semesters. So all of these programs would have an intake in the fall semester. And then finally, the last 2 programs that are eligible, if you're a graduate of a select hospitality or a select tourism diploma from an Ontario college, you would enter semester 5 of the BBM degree in the fall and would be required to complete 19 courses over 4 academic semesters. And then, of course, as mentioned already, in addition to your coursework, you would also be completing 1 mandatory work integrated learning term. So just a couple of helpful resources I wanted to point you to. And there's a QR code on the screen for each of these, which will take you right to the web page. First is our inbound transfer guide. So this is where you'll be able to find all the pathway details that I just kind of went over quickly, as well as you'll be able to see if your Ontario college offers one of the diploma programs that pathways into this degree. So also within those pathway details, you'll get access to what are called block maps and completion plans. So these are PDF documents that we include within the pathway details. So a block map will show you the full curriculum for the BBM degree, and then all of the courses that are highlighted in yellow are the courses you would be exempt from based on your incoming diploma. And then the completion plan will take the rest of those courses as well as your work term and put it into an easy to follow plan semester after semester. So the importance of this is because degree level courses are not available every semester. And of course, they often have prerequisites attached to them. So let's say, for instance, you miss a course that's only available in a fall term. Well, then that means you'd have to wait until the following fall term to take it. And if it is a prerequisite course for the next level, it's really going to throw you off track. So those completion plans are important because it takes all that guesswork out for you. You know exactly what courses you need to take each term to ensure that you finish the degree as quickly as possible. So definitely take a look at the inbound transfer guide to find those block maps and completion plans based on the diploma that you've finished. And then we've also got the QR code for our virtual pathways advisement booking system. So this is where you can make a one-on-one virtual appointment with myself or another member of our team to chat further about your pathway options. We can talk about the pathway to BBM that you might be eligible for if you've got additional questions. We'll have some time for questions after this session, but if there's something else that you think of, you can always connect with us to make an appointment. So what you would have to do is just make an account. You could use your Seneca email or you could use a personal one. It doesn't have to be Seneca, or if you're not a Seneca student, you can use whatever email you want. And then you'll be able to see our availability, and then you can book a time to chat one-on-one. So the Diploma to Degree Scholarship. So this is a one-time monetary award of $2,500 to graduates of a Canadian diploma program who have an incoming GPA of at least 75% or a 3.3. It doesn't matter if you're pursuing a degree at Seneca through a pathway, maybe you're in semester one of a degree at Seneca, as long as you still completed a diploma program from a Canadian institution and you've met that GPA requirement, you would still be eligible to apply. So you would apply through your student home account once you're enrolled in a Seneca degree full time. So if you've got any questions about this scholarship, or if you have questions about the application process, definitely reach out to the Service Hub to get in touch with a financial aid office advisor, and they can help you with any of those questions. Or if you want to take a look at other awards and bursary options that might be available, a lot of them don't have a required GPA. So if you don't meet the GPA for this one, there might be another bursary or award that you would qualify for. So I encourage you to visit the financial aid office webpage to see what's available, and then you might be able to apply for something that's listed there as well. So at this point, you might be asking, how do I apply if I am eligible? So if you're a current Seneca student or a graduate from within the last year, all you would need to do is complete and submit the Diploma to Seneca Degree Pathways Transfer form to the Service Hub, and it will be directed to our admissions team for processing. There's no fee to submit this application form, and you don't need to worry about submitting a copy of your transcript as a Seneca student because admissions will have a copy of it. If you're a Seneca alumni who graduated more than a year ago, then that's when you would actually have to reapply to the college and you would have to pay an application fee. But again, no need to submit your Seneca transcript because admissions will be able to access it. So if you're a domestic or Canadian student, you've been away for more than a year, you would reapply online at ontariocolleges.ca, otherwise known as OCAS, making sure to remember to select degree completion as your entry semester when you apply. If you're an international applicant who's been away for more than a year, you would reapply using Seneca's international online application, following up with the Service Hub once you've applied to inform them of your pathway eligibility. In terms of deadlines, there's no hard deadline to apply to a program at Seneca. They'll still admit you up until like 4 days after classes start, but it's always recommended that you apply as early as possible, just so you've got your admission letter, you've paid your deposit, and that you're good to go by the time course enrollment opens. Um, if you find yourself in a situation where you're applying last minute, like I said, as long as there's still space in the program, you can still apply, not to worry. So if you're a current Seneca student, I would suggest waiting to apply when you enter your final semester of your diploma, as long as you're sitting at a 3.0. So what would happen in that case is you would potentially get a conditional offer. And then, of course, the conditions are that by the time classes start in the fall, you will have graduated from your diploma at Seneca and you will have maintained that 3.0. If you're a student who has graduated or is going to be graduating from an eligible diploma program at a different Ontario college, you would apply through OCAS if you're a domestic applicant, again, selecting degree completion as your entry semester when you apply. Or if you're an international applicant, you would use the international online application, following up with the Service Hub once you've applied to inform them of your pathway eligibility. In this case, if you are a student coming from an external Ontario college, you do need to also submit your official transcript when you apply from your home institution. So that brings us to the end of the session. But before we take questions, I just wanted to let you know that you can reach out to us as well by email or phone if you've got any questions. And like I said as well, you can make a one-on-one advisement appointment too. But if you don't want to wait for an advisement appointment, or if our appointments are full, as can happen sometimes, reach out to us by email or phone. We'll get back to you right away. And then if you've got program specific questions about BBM, questions about courses, the will term, things like that. We've got the program coordinator's details on the screen there. Abdul Tariq, he'll be more than happy to assist you with any of those questions that you might have. So thanks very much. I hope this was helpful. So at this point, we can open it up to any questions. You can put them in the chat. I can also go back to slides if you want to see some information again. Just let me know. That's not a problem. I can see we've got some questions coming in. We'll just wait for those. Okay, we've got a question. I've graduated in 2021 from HTM. I want to complete my degree as an international student. What would be my options to get into this program as the immigration rules changed recently? So, in terms of immigration rules, they can be kind of complicated, and I am not the best person to speak to those. But I can definitely put some information for our immigration office. If you've got questions, they're the best people to reach out to. I think you can do like virtual appointments as well with them, or in person even. But if you're a graduate of HTM, and you graduated in 2021, you would have to apply through the international online application because you've been away for a couple of years. You would be able to start this fall if you met the GPA requirement, and you would be eligible to start in semester 5 in fall 2025. I will put up a link to the information for the immigration office. There's a lot of really good information on their page as well about study permits, all that kind of stuff, post-grad work permits, everything. So definitely take a look at that first. And then if you've got additional questions, you can connect with them directly. So just bear with me for 1 second. Okay, so there's the information for visas and permits. And then if you wanted to connect with them directly, there's a link to the immigration advisement page for details on how to book an appointment. Oh, SAMPS, you already got that up. Perfect. Thank you so much. When will I apply to my degree program if I graduate in August? I'm in the TIS program. So you would apply, I would wait until you enter your final semester. As long as you're sitting at a 3.0, that's when you can submit the diploma to Seneca degree pathways transfer form. Transfer student of a 3-year diploma, also check degree completion option on the OCAS form. So yes, so if you graduated from one of the approved 3-year programs, which you can see on the slide, those two would be at Seneca BAG, BAO, or BAS, or BAB. You would apply if you've been away for more than a year, you would apply through OCAS, yes. But Fatima, where are you coming from? Are you a Seneca graduate or from another Ontario college? If you wanted to put that in the chat, that would also help. Oh, transfer from another post-secondary. Okay, yes. So if you're a domestic applicant, like I said, you would apply through OCAS and you would select degree completion as your entry semester. So that lets our admissions team know that you're applying to be considered for the pathway. And then, of course, you'll also have to make sure that you have your external Ontario college submit your official transcript, which you would do through the OCAS application. The form, Sam, would you be able to put up a link to the form for for Seneca students? No problem, Fatima. So Ashwini, so you are a graduate of Seneca and then you want to enter a university but continue taking courses at Seneca if you want, because you want to change schools. So do you mean like you want to graduate from your diploma pursue the pathway to BBM potentially, and then also take university courses. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I want to clarify that because I don't really know how you would do that, but perhaps I'm misunderstanding you. Like, I mean, sometimes students will pursue a pathway to a university that we might have, and then perhaps they don't like the university experience and they decide to come back and pursue a pathway at Seneca. That's something you could potentially do, but I don't know how you would take university courses and college courses at the same time. How can I book an appointment in person for international student admission? So are you asking about admission through a pathway? Yes. Okay. And what program are you completing or have you completed? And which institution? HTM at Seneca. Okay, so you wouldn't need to make an appointment for admission. You would just need to fill in, if you graduated within the last year, you would just need to fill in the diploma to degree pathway transfer form, which you can see linked in the chat here. So it's really easy. You're just filling in that form and you're emailing it to the service hub. Their email address is on the top left-hand side. So you wouldn't need an appointment to do that. But if you wanted to make an appointment with a member of our team to talk about the pathway in more detail, for sure you can do that as well. Sam, if you could put the link to our booking system, that would be good as well. Okay, perfect. Thank you. No problem. Yeah, it's a fairly easy process if you're a recent graduate or a upcoming graduate of Seneca. Just fill in that form and you email it. Nice and easy. Will a Seneca student qualify for the scholarship? Absolutely. If you've completed a Seneca diploma with at least a 3.3 GPA or higher, then you absolutely would qualify for that scholarship. And then you would apply once you're in a degree at Seneca full time. And you would apply through your student home account. Love all these questions. This is so great. Good questions too. No problem, Alicia. Yes. So once you're enrolled in a full-time course load, that's when you would be able to apply. So once you've got your course enrollment done, so within the first 10 days of classes is when you would apply. I think there's a link on the Office of the Registrar's webpage about applying to. Maybe I'll put that up there. Just give me one sec here. It kind of walks you through the process of applying for awards and things like that. Where is it? Here. So this is a very long link. This is for applying for awards. So if you go to that page and then scroll toward the bottom, there's like a little YouTube video that walks you through the process, and then it's all kind of listed step by step too. Yes, Shaw, you graduated with a 3.9 from BUI. You are eligible to apply for that scholarship for sure,
Yep.
because you met that 3.3.
Yep.
Is there any specific? So yes, that scholarship is a one-time award of $2,500. No problem. Yes, you can, Alicia. You can apply for the scholarship even if you're getting OSAP because it's completely separate from OSAP. No problem. Okay, well, I mean, these are great questions, guys. I think we'll probably wrap it up there, but like I said, reach out. Feel free to email us if you think of other things that you wanted to ask. We'll get back to you today. We're really quick and responsive, so you won't have to wait like days for an answer. Or, of course, make an appointment to chat with us one-on-one as well. We're definitely open to doing that. So there's our email address on the screen there. I think Sam's putting it in the chat. Thank you, Sam. But thank you very much, everybody, for attending on a Friday before a long weekend. We love when that happens. That's always great. And thank you, Naveed, for being here with us today. We appreciate your time and your support with this event every year. And thank you for providing all the details about BBM. We appreciate it.
You are welcome. Thank you.
Perfect. Have a great long weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for attending today. Bye for now. Bye.